All right, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but in some kind of misguided thing of nationalism, I am going to try and read some Canadian short stories. There's been like bunches of lists at the moment of like, oh, you got so much time, which of course I don't because I'm still working because of all the COVID-19 stuff and everyone sheltering at home except for people who have continued to work throughout this, which is what I am. But there have been lots of lists of, oh, you've got tons of time, so why not do this or that? And one of them is I think it's 73 Canadian short stories for you to read while you're at home and have oodles and oodles of time. I don't have oodles of time, but I also have this nagging thing of I don't read Canadian stories. And I probably read more Canadian poetry than I've even read Canadian novels. Um, so I was thinking, hello, Shira again. But I was thinking, okay, here's 73 Canadian short stories. Let's read them. So what I have spent the afternoon, not afternoon, the morning, half an hour doing is just taking a bunch of them and putting them in a in a Mobi file, so I can email it to my Kindle and then just sort of read it on my Kindle. Um, and gonna reserve the right as as a as Shang the Book Maniac to just, if a story is not working for me, I will bail and just go on to the next one, not find myself ground down. Um, there's a couple of stories that were through the site that were either they're formatted in like PDFs, so I couldn't really put it on my Kindle comfortably, or I know there's a couple ones which are just excerpts from Canadian novels, which is like, nope, that's outside of my remit. And I guess I will probably report back here, and I reserve to just go, it was okay, or to dive deep in if it's thus pulls me in, or just to go, oh, why didn't this work for me? Kind of all that sort of stuff. I will do that. I don't know if so. Obviously, it's going to be much less than 73 because yeah, there's at least I know the one at the very end is an excerpt of of uh, a novel, and yeah, there's been a couple that are PDFs, which I'm just like, that's like I'd have to read it online if I was going to read it, and that's probably not going to happen. So I'm just doing this for pure convenience. And hey, if I read 50 Canadian short stories, or attempt 50 Canadian short stories, and actually read 25, that would be pretty good. And it's just a little project to do on here and see how things go. But hopefully, maybe widen my horizons a little bit of just what's happening in the country here, and explore my feelings from there. All right.